Hi there, welcome to My Heaven Zero. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be upgrading a headboard. Hope you'll stay tuned and watch. I'm really excited today to share with you my headboard project. It was an inspiration from watching all these Chateau DIY shows on YouTube during the pandemic. So I have decided, as you can see here, there's an indentation on the headboard of my sleigh bed, and I'm thinking that I can add some fun texture on it by adding a upholstered headboard. So that's my plan. So let's see how this whole project turns out as I transform my bed into something a little bit more feminine. I purchased this fabric 2 years ago. I absolutely love it. It's so my personality. Of course, I don't dress like that. I wish I dressed like that. And I am part French, and so I absolutely love the fact that it represents part of my heritage. I also am in love with the colors, which is the biggest thing. I brought it home. I tried to figure out what to do with it, and I ultimately made some curtains for my bathroom, which you'll see here in a second. And now I'm going to use the rest of this fabric to adorn my headboard. So let's go. Items needed to complete this project are 1/4 inch plywood, fabric, 2-inch foam padding, spray glue, and a staple gun. And now is assembly. I have the three major pieces here. I have the plywood, which is a 1/4 inch plywood, and I have the 2-inch foam, which is just a bed pad cut down, and then my fabric. I'm spraying the spray glue on the board so that I have some sort of way to keep the foam in place, which I don't think it would move anyway. But then I'm going to add the fabric here. The fabric has been cut just enough so that it fits. Actually, the whole width of the fabric really just gave me about an inch or so on each side to use. So I had to be careful the width-wise and making sure that I had it on the board properly. But here you'll see that I'm double checking to make sure that I have kept on the edge of the border of the board. I've made sure that I'm running one of the patterns consistently along the edge. That way, when I turn it over and look at it, it will be even, because I don't want my pattern to run slanted because it'll look odd because it's such a busy pattern. I am now going to start stapling. After I stapled this one staple, I did flip it over and look at it, but you're not going to see that part. Everything looked good on the other side, so I just proceeded to staple the whole thing together. Of course, if you've done any simple chair remodels or anything, reupholstered some seats of chairs, this is no different. It's just that I'm inserting it into my headboard. It turned out really perfect as far as level, and here's the finished product. And now we're going to go and insert that into the headboard of my bed. And here's the reveal. It turned out beautiful. I couldn't be more happy with it. I love the colors. I love everything about it. The whole piece just slipped in. There are 2 hooks on the bottom of the headboard in the front of it that the headboard is actually sitting on, but as far as fitting into the headboard itself, it fits perfectly. I measured it exactly the way it should be, and it fits snug as a bug. I added some pillows to the bed, and there we go. It's all done. I love it. And it just does so much to feminize the bed and give it more of my style to the room. That combined with the curtains in the bathroom kind of bring the rooms together. That's my little Roxy. She's my 11-year-old Shih Tzu. I rescued her about 4 years ago. She's just the love of my life. She has a brother who's a dachshund. But anyway, I love it. It turned out absolutely beautiful. I couldn't be more happy with it. And again, here's a picture of the bathroom. And I just couldn't be more happy. Well, I absolutely love how this headboard turned out. For me, it just really ties in the room. It's got all the colors that I love. It's got a fabulous place that I have never been to that I would love to go to that I love. And if I can't go to Paris, right, I'm going to surround myself with things that look like Paris or France, right? I've been watching a lot of the Chateau shows on YouTube, which have been really inspirational to me. I mean, I wish that I could go to France and buy a cheap chateau. The fact is, I will never be able to go to France and buy a cheap chateau. First of all, I don't have the money for that, which most people don't. And secondly, I would have no one who'd want to go with me. So I'd be living in a chateau all alone. But that's okay. It doesn't hurt. You can take the ideas that you see from anything, the chateau life, whatever it is. You can take that and you can put that inspiration in your own home. So this headboard really is just a little nod to that, something fun to change up the way the bed looks, just to make it more feminine and to make the room look more Parisian, right? Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope that you like it. Please subscribe. I'd love you to come back. And in the meantime, I'm going to be here putzing around, trying to put out content, trying to share with you my simple life as a retired woman of almost 70. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye now.